talk to the mic. My name's Kenny Susher, and I wrote a story, so I'll read some of it. It's called Strength Training. "Something funny, gentlemen?" said Coach Brock, projecting his voice to the entire class. 3 ropes hung threateningly behind him. His camouflage-colored Nike shirt was wrapped around his muscular torso like cellophane. He had just demonstrated how to climb the rope, grasping it with his hands, lassoing his feet, then using the strength from his tree trunk-sized thighs to push himself up. My friend had whispered jokingly, "Bad time to be camouflaging your body. Where is he?" It wasn't funny, but I laughed anyway, more from nervousness that I'd be asked to do this soon. Coach Brock continued, "If you think it's so funny, you must already know how to climb these ropes." We shook our heads with widening eyes, attempting to convey that we had no idea what we were doing. This was the first time they'd asked me to climb a rope in CrossFit, but these ropes had been dangling there, ominously, since my first day over a year ago. I was quickly approaching my 40s, and I had decided I wanted to not only look strong, I wanted to be strong. I had researched CrossFit gyms in my area, quickly learning they don't call them gyms, they call them boxes. The box I chose was in a large, warehouse-sized room that smelled of sweat and chalk, with a faint aroma of burnt skin. I decided to go to a beginner's demo class, where we used a PVC pipe to mimic core CrossFit movements. After the supposedly free demo, I suddenly found myself signing a contract and handing over my credit card for the $165 monthly fee. This was a friends and family rate, I was told, by the muscular head coach with piercing green eyes and a chiseled jawline. He kept casually pulling his shirt up to wipe his mouth, exposing his taut abs as he swindled me. It was like I was back in elementary school and the bully was taking my lunch money. Just like those bullies, there was a smarmy charm about him that was both threatening and arousing. The actual class involved real weights that were stacked up like poker chips in the corner. The workout of the day, or WOD for short, was written on a large whiteboard next to a Hall of Famer list, highlighting the best times for various popular WODs like the Cindy and the Helen. Someone once asked a coach why so many popular CrossFit workouts were named after women. "Because they're a bitch," he said. The WOD for my first real day of CrossFit was named Fran. After our warm-up run, Coach Dave demoed the workout. It was relatively a simple routine involving repeated sets of thrusters and pull-ups. A thruster, he showed us, was basically squatting with the barbell and then thrusting it into the air upon standing, like evangelicals at a raucous revival. 21 thrusters and pull-ups, then 15, then 9, until you finish or collapse from exhaustion, overcome by the spirit. The classes took place in a cavernous room lined with all the necessary equipment, except for mirrors. No mirrors in sight. As the head coach had explained during my introductory demo, while again nonchalantly lifting his shirt up, this was a vanity-free zone. I missed mirrors while I was at CrossFit, although it was mirrors that I avoided when I first started going to the gym back in my 20s. Around that same time, not coincidentally, I came out of the closet. I had a foot out for a while, but when I was 24 years old, I flung the door open and sashayed out, ready for whatever might come my way, which ended up being rejection. Lots of it. I had never had a problem with women. They'd usually get so attached, I had to reject them. I realize now that part of their attraction to me was probably due to the indifference I gave off. Like a pheromone. I wish I could have bottled that. Instead of giving off the feeling of indifference to men, I served desperation. Ladles full of it. I broke all the rules. I called them the next day, or the same day, or even moments after they left. I even called a guy once at his job, a large sporting goods store he mentioned working at, asking if he had missed all my other calls. "I've been busy," he said, but it sounded more like a question or a plea from a hostage. I'll stop there.